Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to celebrate having reached 600 subs. So as you can see here, in the past 28 days, 603 people have subbed to this channel. So this channel is growing, and maybe, I don't know, about a month or two, we'll reach 1,000 subs. We'll see. But I just wanted to give a quick overview of how we're doing. So in the past 28 days, we have about 35,000 views, and the watch time is about 3,300 hours. So I did a quick calculation right here. 3,300 hours divided by 24. That means that people have watched 137 hours of content in the last 28 days. So people are loving the velocity banking stuff and maybe some of the other things that I talk about. And if we do just a deep dive into the channel analytics, and we can see how the subscribers are growing. We can kind of see it's going on a very linear trajectory. So it's very predictable. So I assume maybe, like I said before, um, maybe within a month we'll get about 1,000. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll be exponential growth, but the YouTube algorithm, for some reason, is really recommending, I think, the velocity banking content, or maybe people are searching for it. I'm really surprised that these two videos are my top videos because I'll be honest, I think I cranked them out at like 11 p.m. Right before I went to sleep. But every single one of my top videos are related to velocity banking. So this is a hot topic right now, which is kind of weird for me because I learned about it in 2017. So, but you know, I'll be here to teach if that's what you all wanna watch. So it's a good deal. So, a couple other things. So, I actually got to meet some of you today. In fact, I met five people doing Zoom calls for about, I guess, 5 hours. And it was really interesting because I met people from different backgrounds. So, sometimes I met people who were like, oh, paycheck to paycheck, but six figures. I met another person hustling hard, 70 hours a week, trying to, rebuild their credit. And that person was doing pretty well. Another person who maybe would like to raise their income again. So all kinds of people, all with various backgrounds. So it's just really interesting to see how people are interested in joining the group. We haven't had anybody officially join the group yet, right? So no worries there. Again, I'll follow with some of you who need a little bit of time to think about whether you want to join or not. But that's why I had a busy day today. So because my calendar was pretty full. Another thing too is that we have about 50 responses to join the mentorship group. So it's really interesting how people are responding. And I got a couple of meetings tomorrow. So I'm excited. And you know why I'm excited? Because I basically beat my expectations. All I wanted for this channel was just maybe one or two people to show interest that they're joining. So the fact that 50 people have shown interest, and I know that they're not all going to join. I'm being realistic there, but the fact that 50 people have like submitted the forms, like, "Hey, I'm a little interested in joining," that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I was talking to Korean people today because I actually conducted a real estate review tutoring kind of session today, and I showed them this, and there's like, were there? They were like, were there any Korean people who actually applied? And I said, nope, not one single Korean person, and I don't think there was even one person from Atlanta. If that's pretty funny to me, right? So, power of I guess marketing, and for whatever reason, the when you do marketing, it maybe it appeals more to people who are not in your local vicinity. I don't know, but I think that's like a thing from my understanding, but just wanted to point that out. Anyways, so now one last thing, well, not one last thing. One thing I did want to mention is that when I was doing one of the Zoom intro calls, one of the people or persons or one of the people in the call expressed like they were really afraid of doing velocity banking. And so what I did is I actually went into my bank account and showed I have a pretty much a zero balance because he was like, "Yeah, but it's really weird to me that your checking account would be zero balance." Like, well, okay, I'll go into my checking account. Look at this. I have 5 cents. Why? Because everything went into the line of credit, right? So I practice what I preach. I just thought it was funny because velocity banking is so normal to me now, and I realize for a lot of you, it's just completely news having like this near zero balance checking account. And again, it might depend on your situation because maybe some things you do have to pay with cash, like rent or stuff like that. But I just keep this near to zero. I want to put my entire paycheck in. So yeah, I think it's the first time I ever showed anybody my bank account. Most people would be want to show like a big number. I was showing a small number. Um, and so here's the other thing too. So after I did my meetings with all you all, got to know you, and I think I'm meeting three of you tomorrow. I've told you, I think I've told all of some of you before that I actually have an offline version of this group, and there's only two people, so two Korean ladies who are a little bit older than me, and one of the things that we talked about was actually tax and legal, so I can kind of give you a quick preview of what we learned. So these two ladies thought that, oh, you just fix and flip any house and that's it. And again, there's more to learn than that, right? So again, I'm not a tax expert or anything like that. I'm just reviewing what the our tax the tax and legal teacher that for the education that we're independently affiliated with uh talks about. And I was going over like sole proprietor, LLC, C corp, S corp, ordinary income, self-employment tax, FICA, which one's best for short term, long term. And the Korean students were like, oh my goodness, like this is a lot more complicated than I thought. I'm like, yeah, give it respect, right? Give the material some respect. And so that's why folks, that's why I say, take your time. You're not gonna learn this stuff in a day or in a week. That's why we talk about like constant mentorship and supporting each other, because even something like this about what entity you're going to use. Again, I'm not a lawyer, not an accountant, not giving any sort of legal advice. It is very comprehensive, right? You don't learn it within a day or a 10-minute YouTube video. So that's why I conduct the study groups, especially offline, because I only have two offline members in the study group, but we're studying real estate, but it's the same things that I'd like to go over with all of you, whoever joined the group. So it's just a quick preview of what we have learned. But yeah, so here we are right now, again, 627 subs. I never thought I'd get 600 subs in 30 days. I'm so that's why I'm like so surprised. Once upon a time, I remember I tried YouTube a long time ago, and I think it took me like a couple of months just to get 100 subs, and I kind of gave up on that channel because I lost interest what the channel was about. But the fact is that I think here, I feel like I'm kind of doing like my life's purpose work, even though I don't really know what my life's purpose is. Just the fact that so many of you have reached out to me and told me that, out of all the people on YouTube who kind of teach similar content, you all kind of said the same thing, like, oh, you're so clear, you make so much sense. I like how you use the Excel sheet instead of the whiteboard. Even the two Korean people that I'm mentoring, they're like, hey, when I listen to you, for some reason I understand your English because English isn't their first language, but I don't really understand the English of the other people, right? So it's kind of all it's very similar to all of you what you're saying. So I'm very encouraged from what I hear. Again, if we talk and we get on our Zoom call and you decide not to join, I'm totally not offended. I'm just excited that you're all even interested, right? So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and celebrate the 600 subs. Let's see how long it takes us to get to, I don't know, 1,000. I might even celebrate 700 just to say we have a video of 700 subs. Who knows, right? But yeah, so I don't know what else to say other than cheers, or I don't even say cheers, but whatever. Well, have a great day, and we will see each other next time, or we'll speak next time and talk to y'all later.